Does it really matter where your omegas come from? Hi, I'm Bernice Hunt, and I am a brain health specialist. I work with women just like you who are starting to notice a few memory challenges, and I help you to stay sharp so that as you age, you can still travel, have fun with your grandkids, and experience new adventures without missing a beat. As a wellness coach for over 15 years, I've learned that when it comes to nutrition, it's not only about the kind of food that you eat, it's also about the quality of food that you eat. So did you catch my last video? I had a video a couple of days ago, and it was on omega-3s and the brain. And so with that, I talked about possible sources for omega-3s. So if you didn't get a chance to see that video, it's still on my Facebook page or also on my YouTube channel. Keep your brain sharp, so you can go and find it there. But today I wanted to talk about why you need omega-3s and specifically which type of omega-3s that you need, as well as where you're going to find them. Okay, so let's get started with what are omegas. Basically, omegas are essential polyunsaturated fatty acids. And these essential polyunsaturated fatty acids will help keep your brain in tip-top shape. Okay, so by essential, we're meaning that our bodies can't make them. We're not able to produce them ourselves, so we need to have an outside source to get those fatty acids. Okay, they're essential, but we can't make them ourselves. Polyunsaturated, most of you already know, that's talking about healthy fats. And so those are fats that are going to help your brain, not hurt your brain. And when we say fatty acids, we're talking about fats. And since our brain is made up of 60% fat, these fatty acids are replenishing our brain with what it's composed of, and it's helping it to do a better job. Okay, so that's what omega-3s are. And research is telling us that if you're deficient in omega-3s early on in life, if you're deficient, you are going to experience learning disabilities, ADHD, and also aggressive hostility. Those things are more likely to occur if you're deficient early in life, and later in your life, they can still show up. Okay, so you want your infants, and when in their childbearing ages and stuff, you want them to have omegas. You want to, when you're breastfeeding, you want to make sure that you're taking omega so that you can pass that on to your infants. And also later on in years, if you're deficient, you're at a higher risk for experiencing limited brain dysfunction and also the onset of Alzheimer's. So that's been linked to being omega-3 deficient, all right? Because there's some great things that omegas are doing for your brain. Now, here's the deal. Your brain is finicky when it comes to omega-3s. It's kind of like, you know, when you get your pizza, they ask you what kind of cheese you want on your pizza. Everyone else doesn't like the same kind of cheese. Some people are finicky. They're picky. They want certain kinds, and that's what they stick with. Or the syrup that's on your pancakes. You know, you go to IHOP and they have all these different varieties of syrup, and you kind of get to pick the syrup that you like on your pancakes. Okay, that's like your brain. Your brain has certain omega-3s that it especially wants to have. And that's where the challenge comes in. Because of the three main omega-3s that we have here, we have ALA, we have DHA, and we have EPA omega-3s. Of those, your brain wants the DHA and it wants the EPA. Okay, not to say that the ALA is bad, because it uses that too. That's one of the main essential fatty acids because it needs that. But your brain especially wants your DHA and your EPA. Okay, so the good news is that ALA, omega-3, can be converted to DHA and EPA. The bad news is that no matter how hard our little bodies try, we are limited in how efficiently we're able to do that. We're not able to convert nowhere near all of it. And if our bodies are lacking in certain vitamins and minerals, we even have a harder time of doing that. But even so, the research is telling us, even so, if we get ALA, we're only able to convert into EPA about 1 to 10% of it. That's not a whole lot. We have this much, and we're only going to be able to convert that much of it into extra EPA. And then out of the EPA, we're only converting, get this, 0.5 to 5% into the DHA. And so, guys, we could be eating all these plants with ALA, because most of the ALA, majority of it is going to be coming from plants like walnuts and hemp and chia seeds and flax seeds, even some spinach and some kale. So we're getting ALA. It's very common to be in all those plants. But even if we're eating a lot of it, we're only able to convert so much, a little bit. So that's the challenge, all right? So DHA and EPA is plentiful in what they call the marine omegas. They call DHA and EPA marine omegas because those are found in things that live in the ocean, okay? All right, so we're talking about fatty fish, krill, some of the shellfish like the oysters and the crabs and the mussels. Those have the DHA and the EPA, and they're called marine omegas. And so if you want to make sure you're getting lots of that, you need to be selecting from marine life. Now, given that, the research has said specifically DHA is specifically a key element in your brain function. It protects you from age-related cognitive decline, so it's protecting you from that possibility. It lowers your risk of Alzheimer's and dementia, and it helps improve your blood pressure levels and also your type 2 diabetes. So it helps you with type 2 diabetes. It helps you with high blood pressure. And you know that those are kind of like gateways into leading into dementia and Alzheimer's. So that's very important. So specifically DHA is going to do those things for you. So if you think that you're getting enough of your omegas from eating plant-rich ALA omega-3s, think again. Because even though you might be eating all of that, the ability to convert it to DHA is very small, and you need the DHA. All right, so experts understand, though. They understand that some people are allergic to seafood. They're allergic to fish. They cannot eat that. Other people are vegan or they're vegetarian, and so they're not going to be eating the fish, and so they understand that. So what they recommend is that you go ahead and you do eat those ALA-rich plants, like your ground flaxseed. Then say, make sure it's ground flaxseed, because if you just eat the flaxseed, it's going to go in one end and out the other, and you're not going to take advantage of any of that ALA. So make sure you grind it up. Ground flaxseed, okay? Chia seeds, also walnuts, those kinds of things. Make sure that you do eat that if you can't eat the fish. But also, if it is at all possible, start taking a algae-based omega-3 supplement. It comes from algal oil, which means it comes from the algae, from the seaweed that's in the ocean. And it does have DHA, and it will benefit you with that DHA. So if you're not eating seafood, then you need to make sure that you're supplementing with something, or you're probably not going to be getting the DHA that you need. All right. So talked a little before about pastured eggs and about omega-3 fortified eggs, and true enough, they do have omega-3s, but once again, they put it in the feed for the hens. So we're talking about ground flaxseed or chia seeds or whatever they put. We're talking about ALA-rich plants. So once again, you're not getting the DHA. You're getting the ALA, and you're only going to be able to convert a little bit of it. Not to say don't eat it, because there's a lot of benefits from eating pasture-rich eggs. But if you're looking for that as a source of your omega-3, that's not what you count on. Same thing with grass-fed beef. A lot of people say, okay, you can get omegas from grass-fed beef, and you can. But once again, you have that same problem because it's ALA. And what you're looking for is DHA. So your grass-fed beef and dairy, I'm not saying don't take that, but don't consider that your source of your omega-3s, because it's not going to be your primary source. It's going to be more like a supplemental type of thing. All right. So regarding how much omega-3s that you need, there is no official dosage at this time for how much you need every day, although experts recommend that if you're healthy, you're looking at 250 to 500 milligrams of omega-3s a day, okay? Now, with that said, people are different and people have different needs, so you should consult with your doctor, get with your doctor so he can see what your needs are, whether you need more, whether you need less, okay? If you're pregnant or breastfeeding, that's definitely important for you to consult with them. If you're on blood thinning medications, any of those things, it's definitely important that you get with your doctor and see about that, especially if you're considering supplements, because the supplements can be affecting certain things. And especially if you're also talking about omega-3 for your children and you don't want them having the fish, then you need to talk to your doctor about that, because there can be some problems with that and they need to advise you on those kind of things. But here's the deal. Bottom line is your brain needs specifically the DHA and EPA, okay? So you need to find a way to make that happen. Very, very beneficial for your brain. Very, very protective when we're talking about dementia. So if you're interested in the kind that I do take a supplement, along with, I eat flaxseed and all of that, chia seeds and all that too. But my supplement is from Juice Plus. It's called Omega Blend. I've been a Juice Plus distributor for about 15 years now. Love the product. So I take that regularly, on a daily basis. If you're interested in that, that is an algal oil supplement. No fish oil in making it. It's from algae. Okay. So if you're interested in that, you can, on my website, keepyourbrainsharp.com, I have a product page. You can go look at that and see what that's about. Or I can also leave a link for my Juice Plus website, so you can go directly and look for that for more things too. Whichever way you want to go on that. Bottom line is your brain's destiny is in your hands.